New trial decks are in, and man oh man, the value buyout that's happening across the board with these things is insane. Did you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content? So trial decks. Everybody wants the new good stuff, but the Elementaria Sanctitude, which is in here, isn't even on TCG Player, so I can't even give you an accurate statement as to one of the biggest reasons why these things would be shooting up, but $25 on these right now. The Groovy Dragons are cratered off of the market here. Foils, 330s. Oh man, Liacorn Foils, $15. These are just whoever listed whatever foils that they could for these. It just this is such a joke, man. And we have no sales back here on this. I'm not even surprised. But this trial deck hitting the $25 mark to kind of start things off, I don't think that's too terrible. But when you push on over here to the Michiru one, $30 for these, on up to $37. This is a wee little bit ridiculous. The Jewel Dragon Court, $17. The Julius Draco Kit at $9. And then the Demonic Jewel Knee here at $9 as well. No other listings across the board here for commons, but that's a little bit ridiculous. And then sets of the trial deck sold out at 130s. Also, that's a little bit crazy to me. And then the Rika, $35 for these. I'm not surprised about that. Following in the footsteps, $17. Determining to Break Away, $15. And the Ancient Foil, $11. That, I mean, you have like really nothing else in terms of the department, I guess, here for what's listed, but this trial deck for $35, that is really, really bad in terms of the secondary market value. So here's the thing: if you can pick up trial decks at decently cheap values for Elementarias, if you need them for premium or standard, good opportunity to do so. I hope that Bushiroad will take note of the huge amounts of shifts in terms of the trial decks, but it's not good when you see like huge drifts in terms of the market here, which means there was not enough product on the market for the demand. Mage of the Rogue Eye Arsar. Oh boy, so some of these finally, one listing finally populated for one. Oh man, this is what happens when I guess more older cards continue to get cratered off the market. Like, it's a stand trigger that returns itself back to the deck, which I suppose is fine for Shadow. It's seen a little bit of play, but not a lot, because it just tends to be better cards at certain points. But yeah, for a Shadow Paladin, good old staple, to the moon. Choices, this was interesting. $27 for these. I don't foresee this card ever coming back personally, but for a card that was so high in value to fall from glory so quickly, it's really just such an interesting story at the end of the day to see like how things have spun out for so long. I mean, she got reprinted, but as we've seen, that's what tends to end up happening. Good stuff. Jewel Knights. Still $200 for these. VSR Salames, $167. Pure Heart Ashley's, $125 for SPs. Sword Meat still floating about the $43 mark. Wow. 28s, 24s. Those went down. Old Ashley's are still $20. Holy moly. Okay. Sure. Evangeline's still $11. The Fruiting Jewel Knights, these got cratered out. I'm not really surprised about that. Explode Jewel Knights, $3-ish. Some of these reprints really did help in some regards. Calling Jewel Knights, these went down finally. I know Jewel Knights were doing something for a wee second, and then they just kind of fell off, which was kind of sad actually. Flashing Jewel Knight is sold still $4 to $5. That's not terrible, but once again, wow, actually, good old pathetic Jewel Knight Olin here, $2. Wow, what the heck? Bartrams are $5? Ugh, no thanks. The market does some really weird things. Steam Maidens, still $90 for these Ularus. Actually, that's new. These are, we got some cheaper ones here, okay. Elul's at $35. Yeah. Mellum's, I got bad news for you, market. If you're into like wanting to pick up Mellums, we a little bit expensive, honestly. Yikes. $14 right now for the other Mellums. Arlams, 120s. Yikes. Ribbles are still 12s. Ilus at 9s. And then 9s for the Aluis. Gosh. Steam Maiden buyouts are very interesting. Just everything in this department is interesting. $15 for regular Arlams. I guess I'm not really surprised. Should I be? Bomblames. This is your countercharger for the illustrious Genesis of the Five Greats first set. This card has been pretty much carried on as like a legacy support card at this point. I think we've seen this in a lot of builds across the board. Not really surprised too much to see the continued use for this card, but it's just going to be one of those cards. Same thing with the Painkiller Angel. People are genuinely acting surprised that these went up to the moon. I don't know why, considering the fact that it was a staple in Youthburg. Once again, you see this $7 to $8 price tag for these. This is good. This doesn't surprise me that you have one singular listing for $40. Maples also went up. These have been $13 for quite some time. The SPs just have not existed. You gotta love Thurgria just existing within the lore. So many people, praise what is that deck. And then, Maple also being a generic revive card is definitely something that people kind of keep an eye on and look at. And I mean, it's honestly the truth here at the end of the day. So, am I surprised about, what's going on with this? No, not at all. Shaman King buyouts. You also shouldn't be surprised when I tell you that, considering the fact that Shaman King had a pretty good reception here, we've seen multiple levels of buyouts actually start to happen. I mean, once again, people want to be able to have the deck. Like, that's just how it works at the end of the day, Especially, I see like the SPs or the SKRs ended up getting bought out at $16, and then the Deploy Yoa scores down here at $6. I'm not surprised about that. We move on along here. Well, the Ultra Sinji, the crits are $16. I'm not surprised about that. But the other perfect card here, you still have listings at $17 to $18. But I mean, your preference across the board was you had two choices for the good PGs, which was a good thing. They gave you some diversity in terms of what you really wanted here, which was pretty good. But $18 to $20, and then, on the flip side down here, $8 for that. Even so, like, both PGs maintain some sort of crazy value. Let's just take it easy. Yo Asakura for a grade 2 here. $44. Only 2 listings on the market for the SKRs. Regular versions are at $6 with 13 listings. And then the SPs are $47. Little interesting things happening back and forth here with that, but little things to consider, I suppose. The Ana PGs, these are pretty cheap, but only 5 listings available for these. But they're very large amounts. And then, if you wanted the full art versions, they're $5. You can get a playset for $20. This is fine in terms of the market. Move on along here. Your Oversoul Strike, $35, and the regular version's $4. Once again, not surprised to see. I mean, there are multiple versions of this Overtrigger that you can pick up. You don't have to be just limited to this one, which is also a good thing. Pearl Sisters. As far as I got told, these got bought out. Nope. Pearlade's back on the market at $116, and then the Perlas still like a couple of dollars. I mean, you're spending $8 for a set because you can only play 1 per deck. All right, lie down, deleter given $25, and then $9 for these. About time that he's doing something. I'm proud of you, Given. Leopolds we saw last week of these orbited out of outer space. So many people are surprised at seeing this card at the $25 mark. Leopold's evidently good. And then just Messiah cards, $60. Still $40. Integral's still at $44. Harmonics at $67. Those went up. These are very cheap. Holy crap. Huh. Alright. Alter Ego's $28. Those went down. Okay. So we got a little bit of cheaper stuff going on here within the market. Ultra Ego Hot Stamps at 22s. V's got cratered off the moon. You already know why for that. So crazy. $24 for hot stamped Messiahs. Jesus, man. The market does not sleep, I suppose. Dunamis at $5. Yep. Still doing its thing. Awakening Messiahs are continuing to uptick. That's kind of crazy to me. Well, that's all I got for today's market. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day, guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCOL40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool play mats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.